Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Slam City Wrestling's Rocky Mountain Horror 26, being held by Slam City Wrestling. This show is going to be a little bit different. It is a deathmatch tournament format with very few angles going on, and mostly just the deathmatch format. It's a night full of professional wrestling. Mike and Cohen open the show and explain tonight's going to be a bit different. In addition, to break it up some, we will see SCW Women's Championship being defended as La Hija de Guadalajara takes on Sawyer Wreck, and in a six-way X-Championship scrambled, Ace Austin defenses against one called Manders, Ortiz, Mance Warner, Tom Lawler, and Wolf Green. So 54 overall, and again, 8 men, 1 winner of the Rocky Mountain Horror Cup. Here we go. First of the 4 death matches. In the first round match, AJ Gray defeats Sami Callihan in 807 with a diving splash. It was designed to revolve around a lot of high spots. It was part of the 26 Rocky Horror Mountain tournament, and AJ Gray advanced. So we hired 4 guys in from the outside to compete in this tournament with our guys. 41 and 42 for Gray and Callahan. Callahan Death Machine gimmick got a great rating, but he's only here for one night. All right, in the next match, decent reaction but embarrassing wrestling. Shellac defeated Joseph Samuel in a death match in 7:58 via pinfall. Hot spots as well. 2 hot spot space matches in a row really didn't click, so that's my fault. We're gonna see how this goes because I had a lot of ridiculous stuff. But a 7 and a 17 for Shellac and Samuel, so not great. This is not looking great. Okay, well, you live and you learn. All right, and about that, I had great wrestling and a decent reaction. Matt Tremont, the Bulldozer, defeats Slade in deathmatch via 805 with a Uranagi. Part of the tournament as well. A 55 for the segment, 43 and 58 for Slade and Matt Tremont. All right, in the last first round match, and about that, I had a decent reaction but terrible wrestling. PCO defeated Tim Donaldson in a deathmatch with a PCO assault. PCO advances 22, 23, and 22. 25 and 18 for PCO and Don's poor rating. PCO was rusty, but he benefited from being in amazing form. So that is absolutely not counterintuitive to what the first note said. But regardless, this is shaping up to be our worst show yet, and it's a death match. So maybe it's just part of the thing. Maybe death matches aren't great. Maybe a whole show full of death matches aren't great. But we're going to do the tournament anyways. I'm a little nervous. 23. Oof. All right. In a decent match, La Hija de Guadalajara defeated Sawyer Wreck by pinfall with a V-trigger. She makes defense number 5 of her women's championship. 45 and 24 for Guadalajara and Sawyer Wreck. 37, 16, and 41 down the line. All right. Next up in a second round match, Shellac defeated AJ Gray in a death match via pinfall. 37, 20, and 40. 35 and 39 for Gray and Shellac. AJ and Shellac don't really, communicate well and wrestle with one another, but irregardless, Shellac wins the victory here, and he's in our main event, so I am not looking forward to the main event, but he did improve from his 12 overall rating. Gave the match a boost. It is what it is. I'm really disappointed with how this is turning out because I was really excited for this show. All right, in a good match, Matt Tremont defeated PCO in a death match with the Uranagi. 51 overall segment, 40, 47 to 26, and that 51 down the line. 54 and 40. PCO was rusty, but he benefited from being in amazing form. Again, don't understand how those two things work together. All right. Next up, in an exceptional match, Ortiz defeats Ace Austin, one called Manders, Mance Warner, Tom Lawler, and Wolf Green when Ortiz pins Manders. Ortiz is your new SCW X champion. 59, 62, 61, 64, 61, and 51 down the line. The creative finish was a success, and yeah, we got a new champion. That is Ortiz is your new X champion. All right, into the main event. I'm a little nervous here. Or at least it was our best match yet. And about that, superb wrestling and a decent reaction. Matt Tremont defeated Shellac in a light tube match with a Uranagi. Matt Tremont is your inaugural Rocky Mountain Horror Cup champion. And that's the final match of the tournament. So while the tournament led early on to being not great, the guys seemed to settle in and give a much better performance down the line. Let's see what we can get here. So 57. Our top show ever is a 61. So they absolutely saved the show in the second half of the show. We're going to give that to the six-way scramble with Ortiz, Austin, Manders, Mance, Tom Lawler, and Wolfgang, who basically saved the damn show. So again, this was a just tournament cup based format show, no angles. We'll get into the Gabe Kidd stuff as we saw in the last edition next show at Midday Matinee. But until next time, this was the inaugural SCW Rocky Mountain Horror 26 Cup Tournament. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a glorious rest of your day.